What if there was a way to get your hospitality business noticed by more people? If you're the owner or entrepreneur behind a restaurant, hotel, cultural attraction, or other hospitality business, you know that PR is invaluable. But what does that really mean for your business? Today, I'm going to break it down and show you how PR can help you reach your business goals by sharing the news about what's exciting about your hospitality business with media and influencers and why this is important. And you're going to understand how to do this even if you've never done it before. Hi, I'm Trina from your PR Marketing Blueprint. And with my business partner, Rachel, we've helped businesses across the spectrum in hospitality do their PR and marketing for more than 10 years. Through our agency, Pinzer PR, we work with clients who can afford to invest in a full service agency month to month. However, we noticed something important. What about small businesses and entrepreneurs of other hospitality businesses that are either newer to the game or just generally have lower profit margins, like restaurants generally do? What about them? That's why we created your PR Marketing Blueprint to help hospitality entrepreneurs and business owners like you take simple, actionable steps to get real results. Today, I'll show you how AI can help you craft awesome, attractive pitches in under 30 minutes, even if you've never written one before. Let's start with the basics. What is PR? PR stands for public relations, and it's all about how you communicate with the public, especially your customers and the media. But ultimately, it's about achieving your business goals, whatever those might be. It's about getting your story out there, whether that's through social media or traditional news. Simply put, PR is about getting attention for your business to help you accomplish your business goals. When you hear about a new restaurant or an event spreading through word of mouth in your town or through your community, that's PR in action. So you're probably here because you understand the value of PR, but in case you're on the fence, why does PR matter? It's because ultimately it's a tool to help you accomplish your business goals. Getting attention like this helps build trust, boost your reputation, and attract new customers. And you can do this without spending a lot of money. And it helps build legitimacy. You can shout about your business all you want from social media, and that's really important to do. But there's a certain kind of trust that's built when people start noticing that others are singing your praises from the rooftops and can't stop talking about your business. That's just a really important legitimacy that you don't get just from talking about yourself on social media. And that's how PR can help you. Now that we know what PR is, let's talk about a pitch. A pitch is a message you send to media outlets or influencers to tell them about something exciting happening at your business. It's a way of sharing your story with people, emphasis on the word story, so that you can get it out there to a larger audience. So let's say your business is hosting a special event or is just opening. That's news. Let's say you have a new menu item. That may or may not be news, and how you write the pitch can determine. So let me show you an example of how a new menu item might not necessarily be newsworthy, but how you can make it newsworthy. It really depends on how you tell the story. So let's share the first example. New sizzling Southwest stackers at O. McShanahan's. I can't tell you when I was a journalist how many press releases and pitches I got from often major chains, but even local restaurants touting their new menu item. This is just, my catchy name aside, this is just going to make a journalist or influencer's eyes glaze over. They get so many pitches from small businesses to large chains touting the new menu item, the zesty chicken with the melted cheese and avocado sauce. Anyway, you get the picture. That's not really news to anyone except maybe the CEO of that restaurant. So here's a way to make a menu item interesting. And I'm going to use the example of a big brand just because the way they did it is accessible to entrepreneurs like you and doesn't necessarily have to cost a lot of money. Berea created a playlist on Spotify where there were different playlists associated with their different kinds of pasta. So the playlist would last as long as the pasta to cook. They called it the Perfect Pasta Timer Playlist, and the playlist had fun names like Pleasant Melancholy Penne and timeless emotion fusilli. So this really caught the media's attention because it was just so fun and clever. And granted, they did a more formal partnership with Spotify, but there would be nothing to stop you from maybe having a similar idea and just making your own playlist on Spotify. I just give this example to show how, especially in the case of a new menu item that's not always pitch worthy, but if you use your imagination and creativity and maybe the help of our friend AI, you can think of a twist on it to make your pitch irresistible. So to summarize, a pitch is your chance to share that exciting news about your business with the world. Now we were going to write the 5 elements of a successful PR pitch with the help of AI. I'm going to walk you through it by showing you a prompt to give AI, and what you can do is watch the video and stop and start, or just watch it once all the way through, and then watch it while you're typing in AI to help you craft your pitch. If you'd like to get the prompt, I can easily send that to you. You can find the link in the caption. So as far as what AI tool to use, it's really your choice. There's so many to choose from these days. My personal favorite right now for writing is Claude. I just find that the writing is much less generic and more on point. But really, any of the free tools are a great place to start. Ideally, you will have taught your AI tool a little bit about your restaurant, maybe loading the About Me section from your website. If you have any past write-ups, especially of your ideal customer, it would definitely be a good idea to put those into your AI chat before you start working on your pitch. You don't need to go into the weeds, even just some basic material. I always say done is better than perfect. So just give yourself a few minutes to do this. So now let's work on the pitch. We're going to use a prompt like this. Please act as a PR writing expert and help me write a really compelling pitch email inviting journalists and influencers to visit my restaurant, cultural attraction, whatever your business is, and whatever you want them to do. Attend my event, try our new dish, visit our new hotel, visit the new pop-up at our attraction, etc. Then you're going to insert any details about the restaurant, cultural attraction, whatever it is that you want to share the news about. Okay, now let's continue the prompt. Please suggest some clever angles and time pegs. In PR speak, a time peg is basically what is going on soon that would make the media want to do a story about it. So for example, right now it's April, it's Earth Month, so that would be a time peg that media are interested in particular in stories about Earth Month, let's just say. So please suggest some clever angles and time pegs. Please use active voice and avoid flowery adjectives or cheesy language. As you copy and paste these 5 elements into your AI, and again, if you want the prompt, you can just follow the link in the caption and I'll send them to you. You're going to insert the answers to each one. But by answers, I don't mean you have to write the actual pitch. Drop in bullet points, drop in notes, anything that's going to help the AI better know what to write the pitch about. The first element is compelling subject line. For this, you don't really need to drop in anything. It's probably going to have enough information. But just so you know, this is really important because this is the way you initially grab people's attention. Again, if you're sending something through a DM, it's a little different. It might be about your first sentence. But again, you want to make that first look so grabby and attention-getting while also being authentic and honest. AI helps with those a lot. For example, instead of new barbecue restaurant opening, you might want a subject line like, Fort Lauderdale's first 16-hour smoked brisket debuts this weekend. So again, AI can help you get a subject line like that. So that's element 1. Element 2, get to the point quickly about what is exciting or new. And this is exactly the direction you're going to give the AI. Some little background on this. You probably already know we're all super busy. And I don't think you can even understand the amount of pitch emails journalists get in one day. You really want to get to the point. You might even want to bold certain key phrases once you finalize your pitch. You're going to ask the AI to do this so that it can clearly state really quickly what is newsworthy about this. For example, I'm reaching out because our restaurant is introducing the first authentic oak smoked Texas barbecue in the area. Meats cooked up to 16 hours to achieve the perfect smoke ring. I'm not saying you have to drop that writing into AI. I'm saying that's the kind of sentence that you should get from it once you put in your prompt. Again, you can just drop in some phrases and stuff to have the AI help you. All right. Next is going to be include visual appeal. I can't emphasize this enough. It's so important to have high quality visuals at the ready so that people can tell your story easily. Spoon feed it. Make it so easy. Again, people are so busy. So if you have, some real content just without any music or narration or graphics, you can also include high resolution photos, just a link to a Google Drive that you can include. That's really important. If you don't know what you might send visuals of, this is where maybe AI can make some suggestions for you. But this part of the pitch isn't so much language. It's just, check out the B-roll and images here, and you're going to link them. Then you're going to make a specific ask. You want to have a call to action. You're going to say, make a specific ask to the AI. And then, from what you've told it, it will probably be pretty clear, but you might want to elaborate here. Try this restaurant, try this new dinner menu for free. Come visit and try this new churro. Whatever it is. If you're hosting a private dinner for select media and influencers and space is limited, that would be an important detail to include. And then at the end, provide easy contact options. Yes, the email or message is coming from you, but maybe, again, because you're busy with your business, the best way to reach you is via text. So just let them know the best way to reach you. I don't necessarily drop my personal contact info into AI. You don't necessarily need to put that in the prompt, but that's an element that's important. Remember, it's about making media and influencers' jobs as easy as possible by giving them a story they're excited to tell and the elements they can use to tell it. A good pitch gives them everything they need to decide at a glance whether they want to tell your story. There aren't lingering questions about why this is interesting or where you're located, etc. Here's another pro tip. Once you actually send your message to the media and influencer, follow up. You're not pestering them. They're busy. They get 1,000 emails. So if you haven't heard after a couple of days, don't hesitate to follow up. Maybe try a new subject line. You don't need to be driving anyone crazy, but people also won't mind if you follow up a couple times. Now I'm going to share with you an example of one of my past clients, which was a barbecue restaurant in Fort Lauderdale, and how the impact of PR really helped them get visibility and boost their sales. Right after they opened, we pitched an entertainment show here in South Florida called Deco Drive, which is a popular entertainment program in South Florida. And our outreach highlighted what made them unique. You can see the pitch here. Their authentic Texas-style barbecue cooked low and slow over post oak by their pitmaster who competed on Food Network Canada's Fire Masters. We emphasized the pit-to-plate approach where the flavor of the meat was emphasized because it was such good quality meat, it spoke to itself and not the sauce. So we didn't have to douse this meat in sauce because it was so good by itself. Now I'm getting hungry. Now I know some people say nobody watches traditional media, who even looks at that anymore. And that's, I think, a little bit of what our client was thinking, right? And I understand why you might think that, but the results told a different story. So the day after this restaurant was featured on Deco Drive, they could not keep up with the business. They had to bring on more people to just keep up with the flow of customers. The best part was that boost in business didn't just last for a day. It lasted through the week and people started spreading the word from there. It gave them a really nice lift. So instead of just opening their doors and waiting for people to drive by and notice them, they had a huge amount of visibility pretty quickly. This is the perfect example of how a well-crafted pitch to the right media outlet can literally boost your sales overnight. And it doesn't require a huge marketing budget. It just requires a little bit of time. And yes, it does require a little money in terms of providing the food for the shoot, providing the food to the media and influencers. I'm not saying there's no cost, but the cost versus the ROI is totally worth it. As you can see, writing an effective PR pitch does not have to be complicated, and it can have tremendous impactful results for your business. You don't need to be a professional writer. You just need to tell the story of your business in a way that connects with people. PR is about getting people talking about your business. And with these simple techniques and this AI prompt, which again, if you want it, you can find the link in the caption, you too can achieve very similar results. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to check out our next video where I share how to refine your PR pitch so it doesn't sound like it was written by AI. And you can have really awesome pitches, even if you've never written before or English isn't your first language. I hope you'll like, share, and subscribe this video. Leave a comment about what else you'd like to see a video about. Thank you so much for watching this video by PR Marketing Blueprint. I hope to see you next time. And again, let us know any comments or questions you might have.